right, Shalom. Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Shalom to all the Akim out there pushing the word of sincerity and the truth. Yeah, it's the brothers here from Great Millstone, Atlanta, of course. We just wanted to do a quick lesson on, more so. What was the title? How was that worded?
The whole world is waking up to prophecy.
Yeah, the whole world is waking up to prophecy. We have our personal group as well as many other brothers, and you could just look on all platforms, whether it's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. The list goes on and on. There's so many, damn platforms out there, and majority of the talk is prophecy, man. Mm-hmm. It's government crackdowns. A lot of people are, actually using their brain to see what's going to happen in these next coming days, weeks, and months.
That's right.
And everybody is pointing, that common finger that things aren't looking good. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are actually listening to the sentiments that their governors and their mayors are saying, their presidents, and they're really seeing that a lot of these people are full of shit, and that they want to, really push government control. A few years ago, really in the early 2000s, a lot of people was really starting to get real hip to the Illuminati. The Illuminati this, the Illuminati that, secret societies, ritualistics, and that spirit started to dwindle. It started to drop and decline. A lot of people started to go into that stupor, and really the apostles were the main ones still holding that word. And you had a few individuals that were still pushing the same, heavy vibration against the elitists. But the masses of the people started to get back in that doze, started to doze off. But we're seeing now that the people are starting to amp back up. Yeah. You see, they're starting to really connect the dots, which is the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemar Shai. That's how you know we're in these final hours, because the scriptures speak about the I think the 11th hour, when there's going to be a major waking up of the Israelites, man. Mm-hmm. This one guy I'd seen a brother posted. He wanted to, I forget what artist it was. I don't listen to him. That's why I slip in my mind. But he said that he wants to drop Islam and actually, start to become an Israelite. I think he's Israelite. What was his name?
I forget his name. But I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think he was a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
So yeah, the truth is out there, man. The proof of the pudding. And that's the power of staying down and staying, on your square.
Yeah, and teaching the gospel.
Apostle Tahar, Apostle Gabar, Apostle Ramla, Apostle Ricard, the elders, Elder Manatazak, Elder Anab, all the elders on down, starting off with really the apostles. The apostles will tell you, it was years that they was doing this work, and it seemed like no fruit was waking up. It seemed like Jake really wasn't getting hit to the prophecy, but guess what? They kept going. They didn't retract from the prophecy. They didn't take breaks like a lot of guys. They kept week in and week out, really day in and day out.
Yeah, saying that warning too, because even in the book of First Corinthians, the 9th chapter. Paul speaking, he said, "Woe unto me if I teach not the gospel, man." Mm-hmm. Because if you're being slack concerning the truth, then you're holding back, man. You're being lukewarm. We know what the scriptures say about being lukewarm, man.
That's right.
You got it.
So yeah, we're gonna jump straight into some scripture. You got a precept?
Yeah, I had that Amos.
Okay.
This is the book of Amos, chapter 3. I'll start at verse 7. It says, "Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophets. The lion hath roared, who will not fear? The Lord power hath spoken, who can but prophesy?"
You got it.
So, we're going into, with everything, that's going on in the current events, it's just a plethora of events all happening at once. How can you not prophesy, man? How can you not teach what the scriptures say, man? Okay? Because we've been starting with the apostles and elders, like the deacon mentioned, starting with the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, 30 years plus, they've always been speaking about these things coming to pass, man. And now that it's actually happened, how can you be slack concerning what's in the scriptures, man? Concerning prophecy, man. That's why I said who can't but prophesy, and that's why you got the commoners like these these rap artists, these bloggers, these so-called whistleblowers talking about, even though they may not know it, they still talking about prophecy, man.
They echoing the sentiment of prophecy.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing to talk about in this time. You got these guys that jump on their platforms to talk about the same bullshit, excuse my French, like the black conscious community. Some of the information they'll speak on, it can be somewhat utilized. But for the most part, it's 90 to 95, 98% crap. The Nile Valley information and did this civilization come before this civilization, which we already know what the scriptures speak about, and this endless debates, that's basically a dog chasing his tail. And those type of guys, they're going to be brought into perdition, and their followers too. They're still stuck in that, like I said, that stupor. But the ones that actually waking up now starting to, move in the right direction. Because one thing about prophecy, when you wake up to it, you can't really go back to sleep. Because you're seeing it all over the place. And a lot of these guys that was talking shit about the Bible, talking shit about the words of the Lord, they're starting to see these prophecies come about, and they got to face it, man. You see, it's some more on that. That's it.
That was pretty much it.
All right, I wanted to get this precept in Jeremiah. Jeremiah 20:7. O Lord, thou hast deceived me, and I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and hast prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me. For since I spake, I cried out. I cried violence and spoil, because the word of the Lord was made a reproach unto me, and a derision daily. Then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. Right, so Jeremiah was going through so much hell, he was being mocked, like he said, he was being put in derision constantly, that he was like, you know what, I'm just going to put the book down, I'm just going to put the prophecies down, and I'm just going to chill out. But what it said? He said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was in my heart as a burning fire, shut up in my bones, and I was weary with forbearing, and I could not stay. Right, so he couldn't hold back the prophecies of Yahweh Shema Shah. He had to get it out. And it's the same thing even now. A lot of people are starting to recognize what we're saying is true.
Yeah.
And the platforms that they actually be on, a lot of these individuals, they're not prophets per se. A lot of people are followers, but they'll voice out their opinion, really the facts.
Yeah, it links to this facts, because it links up with prophecy.
It links up with prophecy. They'll voice out the truth, on these different platforms. Hey, through the spirit, we don't really get on a lot of these platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and constantly post and speak out on different situations that's going on. We our hustle is the YouTube, but through the spirit, really that's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah. Yeah. That's really jumping on a lot of individuals that's to bombard these different social media platforms. Because we all understand that social media was created really to be a major distraction for the masses of the people. To post bullshit, constantly funny memes, a lot of these different like TikToks and stuff. Yeah. A lot of these things are challenge based and just full of garbage, but you're mirth. But you see a lot of people are starting to really pump out a high volume of actually true content. Yeah. To the point where we can actually share it with one another. We be like, yeah, ain't gonna lie, that's the spirit. Yeah. It's actually on point.
And if I could add to your point with the information age being as high as it is, the more like the videos that the brother's speaking about, more people are watching it and seeing it than before. Mm-hmm. You can make a video today, about something concerning the truth, and tomorrow it'll have 1 million views. Mm-hmm. Once before, you can make a video today and it won't hit 1,000, 2,000 views into a year and a half later on, man.
Mm-hmm.
So that process, the Lord is speeding up the process of the truth being out here because He's about to make His visit, man.
And see, you know who recognizes that most too? Devil. Mm-hmm. Revelation 12:12.
Yeah.
It says the devil is going to come down with great wrath, knowing he has a clear idea that he has but a short time. Mm-hmm. See, the elites, the Illuminati, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the Gettys, these different international bankers, one of the main plans of pushing this New World Order is to get the people at an extremely docile, dumbfounded mindset so that they could just, steamroll over them. But they're starting to see, oh man, it's going to be harder than we actually thought.
Yeah.
That's why we know through the Spirit and power of the Lord, they're going to have to do something to this internet. These devices are starting to become weapons against the government itself. That's why we're starting to see what these different states starting to crack down a lot harder, like New York, and it's going to eventually. We know it's going to be all these different states, all right? Because through the Spirit of the Lord, we're in most cases the first ones to say it. Now, like I said, you do have other individuals, truthers, that actually expose, do all these different exposés of the government. It's so many platforms, nowadays that just, beat down, the left-hand side energy with truth, and that's, like I said, that's a beautiful thing. That's part of Isaiah the 47th chapter when it's going to the skirt, all right, which we can actually go into that, Babylon's skirt being lifted, really showing her true nakedness, being exposed as being a smut, using men for their goods, which really using men for their goods is actually using the people for their resources and draining them for everything that they're worth. And now it's being shown that America's not amounting up to anything. And I wanted to bring up this one point, as statistically proven, because the statistics show it. But it's one point, it says the United States ranks last in trust in media. It says the United States ranks last in media trust at 29% amongst 92,000 news consumers surveyed in 46 countries.
Because you even had the leader of the United States, Donald Trump, talking about the media. Calling it fake news. Mm-hmm. What was it, CNN, Fox? Mm-hmm. I think it was NBC, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. But the so-called leader of America is calling American news fake news.
Calling it fake news, and he was speaking about us pumping out hella disinformation. And one thing about America pumps out some of the most money into their media. All right, these news broadcasters and these anchors and things of that nature, these individuals that cover the news, they get paid very handsomely, man. To cover that news. They make sure that their news platforms are stabilized, But even though they got the stability, still people is waking up to it being bullshit.
Yeah.
But it says a report released Wednesday found that's worse than Poland, worse than the Philippines, worse than Peru. Finland leads at 65%. All the other ones still say the same thing. United States has lowest levels of public trust in media amongst 46 countries. Mm-hmm. U.S. just finished dead last amongst 46 countries in media trust.
And that's gonna cause the division between the people, man. Mm-hmm. The bishop did the lesson the other day. He was going into how this whole jab thing that's going on is what's gonna cause the division between the Americans, man. We know that what it says, saying against Satan can't.
Satan's house divided against itself shall not stand.
That's right.
Yep.
I got the Isaiah 47. I start at the top. It's Isaiah 47:1. It says, "Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Mm-hmm. Sit on the ground, there is no throne. Mm-hmm. O daughter of the Chaldeans."
Yeah, what does it mean when it says there is no throne? There's no position of authority. Esau's losing his authoritative seat. That's why when you read Isaiah 14th chapter, it speaks about the other nations speaking of, speaking against America, saying, "Our doubt become weak as we." Because one thing about America, powered. One of America's stabilizing, power. I would say, powerhouses is the people. All right, the people of a country help that's the driving force.
Yeah, holding it together.
To keep the economy together. But when the people stop trusting in it, which I have actually a video dealing with the trust of the financial system of America, which is the Federal Reserve notes. When the people start trusting into it, then they're going to start pushing against it, which is going to be extremely hard for the American system to stay afloat with the people pushing against it. Because they're already having these Arabs and these Middle Eastern countries coming against them. They're having these Asiatics. They're having their own. You see in America going through the Brexit. Yeah. European countries are not filling them. African countries are not filling them. Yeah. South American countries are not filling them. And their own countrymen are not filling them. So what is this? This is Rome all over again.
That's right.
Before Rome fell, they started to deal with war on the outside, which was stretching too much of their military, as well as too much war on the inside, as well as the denarius. Yeah. All right, the economy started to go through straits, conditions of difficulty, and all those things accumulated. Was the as it is saying, was great was the fall. Great was the fall of Rome, and great will the fall be of America. You got it.
It says, "O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate."
Yeah, what was the Chaldeans known for? Witchcraft, yeah. Sorcery. That's where you have the Medes. All right, Madai. There was dealing with a lot of witchcraft. All right, in today's time, we know about the media. The media deals with witchcraft. Yeah. And here it is, Esau being the big sorcerer he is, he still can't even hypnotize the minds of the people. Because one thing about witchcraft only lasts so long, man. Yeah. Truth can stand forever. Yeah. You remember David Blaine and Chris Angel, these top magicians, they had their time. Yeah. I remember when I was younger, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to be a magician. Yeah. I used to watch those David Blaine films and shit, and I see the sleight of the hand and how he would go through. I think he had a actual documentary, and he was in like California. He'd go to the hoods. He'll have the card tricks, and he'll do the 3-card Monty, whatever the shit called. Yeah. He have the cards, and then he had the joint where he would bite the coin, and it looked like he actually bit the coin off, and then spit it, and people would be fucking going crazy. Yeah. David Blaine made a lot of money. A lot of people looked up to him, and then after a while, he died out.
Because you have people, the internet. You have people like actually making videos on how he did it. Mm-hmm. That's one of the main things that's dealing with the whole left hand energy type thing. You never supposed to reveal how you did your the witchcraft, man. You actually have people revealing how he did it. So it's like now if a David Blaine show come out, it'd be like,
no, I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah.
If you just come on, you just looking the other way. I ain't paying this stuff.
That goes into because even dealing with the left hand and the right hand, the Lord is in control of it all. Mm-hmm. And what the scriptures say that the right hand's gonna get that victory. Man.
The right side's gonna get that victory. Man. You got it.
Continuing on reading verse 2. Take the millstones and grind meal, uncover the locks, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. The nakedness shall be uncovered.
Yeah, lift up and expose America for everything, man. This isn't a partial expose. We actually ripping the whole outfit of America and making, through the spirit. And America has to parade itself through the streets for all people to see. Exposing every sphere, every nook and cranny. And that's why we have these platforms are powerful, man. That's why the Lord gave us the ability to actually speak truth. Constantly, brothers putting up thousands of videos, their page get clipped, they got to start anew, still dropping content. Yeah. Hundreds, thousands, millions of videos are constantly being pushed through the internet to the point where nobody don't give a hell if CNN get cut tomorrow or Fox or NBC. We got the internet.
Yeah.
You know, you got individuals that, you know, start their own news, damn near news sites on the internet, pushing straight truth that a lot of people will watch over CNN and NBC and all these different news media sites, man.
Yeah.
You know, Cartoon News Network, you know, and all this other fluff, man.
Yeah.
Because it's what? Raw truth. A lot of people are starting to, you know what, like, I just want raw truth.
Yeah.
I just want to face the music, man. You got it.
Continuing on, it says, verse 3, thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yet thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. As for our Redeemer, the Lord of hosts is his name, the Holy One of Israel. Sit thou silent and get thee into darkness.
And one other thing, too, about those chariot sightings, man. When you deal with every aspect of the truth, whether it's Yahweh Shah's return, you know, the validity of the scriptures, America being Babylon the Great, us being the Israelites, the white man being Esau, all right? You know, these other nations going into slavery, you know, Esau basically marketing and, you know, off of our captivity, which we could go into Deuteronomy 28th chapter, you know, as well as various other scriptures, the MOB, all right, what the beast system is.
Yeah.
It's so many different topics that we've covered, starting off with the elders, apostles on down throughout these years, that a lot of people are seeing, and they might not say, all right, this is in, you know, Revelations, or this is the prophecy in Daniel the 2nd chapter, this is the fall of Rome.
But that's up to the prophet.
Yeah, that's up to the prophet.
Yeah.
To link up the dots. You know, so when we see these things, look like, boom, yep, that's Daniel the 7th chapter. Yep, that's Daniel the 2nd chapter. That's 2nd Ezra the 9th chapter. You know, 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter. That's 2nd Ezra the 16th, Matthew 24, Luke 21. You know, like that prophecy. Hey, that's which the Lord say he's you know, basically he is in the spirit of prophecy. The Lord's word is being pushed out on
Revelation 19.
Yeah, Revelation 19th chapter. Yeah. You know, on a global scale. You had something else you want to bring out? Because I want to actually go into this one little thing also. Part of America, you know, being you know, woken up for its wickedness. Because one thing about the masses of the people, just because a lot of people are waking up to the truth, doesn't mean a lot of people are going to go about it the right way. A lot of people are going to stand up and fight against this beast, pursuing the 2nd Ezra the 15th chapter. If you get that too, 2nd Ezra 15. Yeah. You know, a lot of people are going to go about it actually toting up, purchasing artillery and actually, you know, taking it to the world.
Taking matters into their own hands.
Taking matters to their own hands. Because they know that Esau is going to take matters into his own hands, and he's going to try to put it down through brute force. And you got these individuals that's just as brutish as Esau. That's like, oh, you knock on my door, you know, with the wrong type of knock, I'm shooting through the door.
Yeah.
I'm not even opening it. And it's a lot of, you know, the good old boys is in the spirit. Hell, a lot of niggas is in the spirit. You know, using their paychecks to buy bug out bags, to buy guns, to buy stockpile of ammunition. Esau knows what's in these houses, and he knows that when he has to come down, these people are going to really take it there. And I have this dealing with the arms race in America. It says America's buying so many guns. Why Americans are buying more guns than ever? An arms race in America, gun buying spiked during the pandemic. Yeah. Gun sales surged 80% in January. This is dated February 3rd. Americans are buying guns like never before. And it, you know, point for point.
Yeah.
So why are all these people buying all these guns, man? Hell, and I just seen a video, and it's not even only America. You got Brazil,
Canada.
Yeah, Canada. You know, a lot of these different countries all throughout the world. They're, like I said, they're not using their money, you know, for bigger TVs and shit like that, man. They're using it to actually you know, hunker down on survival, you know, things that can you know, build the longevity of oneself.
Yep. And you know how the saying goes, you can feel the tension in the air.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you can feel, you know, this place about to crack at any moment now. That's why, you know, it's good to be, you know, in the right state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have to, like we had the word of the week, you have to, you know, your mind, you have to basically be in control of your thoughts and your intentions, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because any wrong or false move, you know, can cause Esau to get you, man, this time, man.
Well, we said that with the jab.
Yeah.
The stabbing jab. It's a lot of people that still was being naive to what we were saying. And a lot of people was like, you know what, I'm going to get jabbed. I trust the government, you know. And a lot of people, which I seen a picture, which, you know, brother seen also, you know, but it was a compilation of individuals that say, I regret taking a jab.
Yeah.
It was so many people. I regret taking the jab. I don't feel the same. My spirit's not the same after taking the jab.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people are trying to tap into this devil for, you know, relief, for some type of alleviation, you know, and they're seeing that this man is you know, he'll double cross you every time.
Mm-hmm.
We've been saying that, man. This is the devil. This is the devil we dealing with. He's not just any type of you know, it's not just any nation we're fighting against. This is the apex of all nations. Oh, he's over. Esau's over Moab. He's over Ammon. He's over Ishmael, Elam.
Right.
He's over all these different nations and wickedness. You got that?
Yeah, I got second Ezra.
Yeah.
This second Ezra chapter 15, verse 15. It says, I start with the verse.
Yeah.
It says, it says, woe to the world, verse 14, woe to the world and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another. There's that division that we were going into earlier, man. You know, is the division, you can clearly see it today, man. You know, it's going to be a division between the vaccinated and the unvaccinated. It's going to be a division between Jake and Esau. Mm-hmm. You know, because we have seen that before too with the riots. Mm-hmm. You know, and the cops were shooting, you know, Jake down the streets.
Government and citizens.
Yeah, government and citizens.
Yeah, because one thing about now is they were speaking about, how was it? They were basically saying that the chaoticness of the pandemic is one of the main things is due to the fact of the police. You know, a lot of people are just at home and see if a cop shoot the shit out of a nigga or strangle him out. In most cases, he's gonna be recorded.
Yeah.
You know, they're gonna actually release the footage to the point where millions of people will be able to watch, and it's gonna be shared publicly, which is putting a lot of people on edge. Yeah. See, back in the days, you could kill a nigga, you know, or you know, how Esau said, a spick or a wetback, and nobody would know.
Nobody would know.
Maybe a few people in your city, you know, and if certain people, because what you had the news, you know, whether it was, you know, New York Times, you know, was it LA Times, all these different newspaper broadcasters. A lot of people wasn't reading a lot of news, you know, on the other coast of the world, man. They were usually, you know, in most cases read the local news. You know, you could watch news sites and things of that nature to get information. But the news back then, it was a lot harder to really get news information, you know, sent to your front door.
Yeah.
Not now. You go to your phone and you could literally go through thousands of video, you know, just scrolling.
Yeah.
And, you know, seeing thousands of
you get
recent
events,
Amber Alerts.
You get events happening live.
Live, yeah.
Like mid-kidnap, you get a notification.
You get a notification. Trending.
Yeah.
Most things that's trending, you know, you go to these different sites, and then, you know, it's nothing to be in a know at this time. It was harder to be in a know back then. Now it's like shit. You know, it's nothing to actually see what's going on in Michigan, or California, or like I said, even all the way on the other side of the earth, Peru, you know, and the Philippines, and you know, the Middle East, you know, Canada.
You really had to
Alaska.
you really had to like deep dive and search,
Yeah.
you know, what was going on, man. But now that truth has sprung out in the earth, hey man, is no stopping. That's how we know that we're at the end, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we can see that, you know, all these current events taking place, you know, and it's linking directly up with the scriptures, man. It tells you about in the book of Joel how you know, your women and kids will dream of you know, visions.
Oh, yeah, which we can get there.
Yeah, you get that, man. These things are happening, man.
These things happen. And that's why Esau, which we're going to get that last little bit in the precepts. But that's why we seen I just seen a brother post it. Esau is going to start to go throughout Facebook and WhatsApp, which he's already been doing, but he's going to go a lot more publicly through your group, you know, public groups, you know, and actually investigate what they say for quote unquote gang activity. We've already been labeled a gang since the Patriot Act, man.
Yeah.
Technically, we're a gang. You know, organized when you're a terrorist. They look liking terrorists unto gangs.
Yeah, what's the name of the list? What's the name of that list where they got the terrorists? I forget the abbreviation for it.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
they got it,
the
man.
terrorist list where they got Hebrew Israelites on it, man.
Mm-hmm. You know, you got Project Megiddo. You got so many different things that's laid out, and it's not even only the Israelites at this point.
Right.
Esau can't just come down only on the Israelites. He's gonna have to come down on everybody.
Yeah.
All right, but I have
yeah,
go ahead.
All right, time.
2nd Ezra 15 and 15. For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition.
What's the modern day sword? The gun. All these people that's stocking up on, you know, handguns, you know, assault rifles, you know, shotguns. You know, shit, the list goes on. Fucking hand grenades.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are figuring out how to actually make guns online. I mean,
3D.
Yeah, 3D guns. Mm-hmm. But I was saying more so like Molotov cocktails, handmade. You know, what's the word? Trajectory objects.
Handmade grenades.
Yeah, handmade grenades and things of that nature. A lot of people are learning this shit. Flamethrowers. A lot of people are learning all these things straight off the internet, man. So what Esau gonna do with that? He's gonna have to come down like never before. And see, he's trying to use this jab as a warrant to kick into your front door. You know, there's been that pic going around with you see the person with that big ass syringe.
Oh yeah.
You know, look like it's a battering around.
Yeah.
You know, that's his warrant.
Mm-hmm.
Back then, you have to actually have a warrant to kick in somebody. You know, shit, really now. But you need a warrant usually, in most cases, really in all cases, to go inside somebody's house to invade somebody's, whether it's vehicle or their household. Esau is trying to get to the point. He's trying to slide in there to the point where this jab, if you don't take it, he has full rights to go into your crib and invade it. That's the 16th chapter.
Get ready for a lawless America, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, all rights will be thrown out the window, man.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit more. It says, for there should be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand shall stand in their power.
Yeah. What does it mean regarding kings nor princes? Your mayors, your senators, presidents, you know, your elected officials.
Mm-hmm.
People aren't giving a hell about what they're saying.
We're seeing that when they put it in the movie Purge,
Mm-hmm.
which I haven't seen, you know, the newest
I
one.
watched that too.
You know, but in the recent ones, those people wasn't listening to, you know, the presidents, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah, a lot of people are waking up to Biden's bullshit too. But a lot of people were, you know, hip hooray when Biden got in office, and it's a lot of people that saying, "Shit, we need Trump back." You know, at least he was a hard-nosed devil that'll tell you his plans. He wasn't trying to cut corners. Biden is a snaky demon, man.
Yeah.
He'll tell you one thing, you know, with the you know, the spirit of getting over on you, and then he has this idiot, you know, fucking Kamala Harris, you know, and at his right side just cackling up a fucking storm and talking a whole bunch of nothing, man.
Right.
Right.
Anytime you see her, she's evading questions. She was damn near born yesterday, man. So that's the time that we look. Oh, and well, a lot of times Biden is having a lot of hiccups, man.
Yeah, stumbling over words.
Stumbling over words. He ain't really getting it out.
Yeah.
And then we got this asshole also, Fauci, which he's supposed to be a disease expert. He's supposed to be the creme de la creme when it comes to fighting, fucking sicknesses. He's supposed to be like the crime killing Batman or something like that. He don't know. He don't have no answers.
If you listen to Fauci, you'd be confused.
You'd be confused, man.
And that's just really showing you that this is Babylon, man. Because this whole thing that's happening with the jab and the pestilence. If you actually if you really didn't understand, the truth, you'd be confused, man. Mm-hmm. That's why a lot of people just jab me up because they don't know, man.
They don't know. Yeah, they had one video where Fauci was just contradicting himself, being a straight up hypocrite. He'll say that the mask can stop the virus. Now the mask can't stop the virus. It's cool for kids to go out without a mask. Now it's not cool for kids to go out. He don't know what the hell is going on, man. And these are the people that a lot of people are trusting, but now they're like, man, you know what? I'm pulling back that trust, man. F that. My daughter got jabbed and she died from this vid. They told us when this jab comes out, we don't have nothing to worry about. Right. We're dying from it. We're dying quicker getting the jab than not getting the jab, which is putting a lot of people like, you know what? I don't trust this place no more. I don't give a hell what America got to say. I don't care what president, has to say. I don't care about his long speeches, and his elegant rhetoric. I just don't trust it anymore. I got a precept though.
That was it. Man.
Okay. Yeah. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 27. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish. Corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which hath been so long without fruit, shall be declared. You can go into it if you want to also.
Talk right here.
It says, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched.
And this is what's happening, man. It says, for evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. Because the prophets, and the commoners in the world, is revealing, Esau for who he really is, man. Mm-hmm. The scripture tells you in the book of 1 Thessalonians, about the mystery of iniquity.
Yep.
And he's going to be revealed. That mask is coming off, man.
Yep.
That mask is coming off, and Esau Edom, man. Hey, that's why this is really exciting times to be living in, man.
We in some electrifying times.
Pray that the Lord, protect you through it. But this is really exciting, man. Especially when you've been putting forth all effort, up to this day, man. Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people are starting to side with what the apostles and elders say. Mm-hmm. A lot of hip hop artists, a lot of celebrities are starting to see Israelites have the truth one, mm-hmm. and not only Israelites, but the prophets of Great Millstone. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones that's been holding it down and that's been speaking out. They were the first ones speaking about the demonic, system. A lot of this witchcraft and the sorcery. And Esau really tapping into that, spirit from, back in the ancients. And this being Babylon the Great, a lot of people are starting to see it more and more. They're really starting to examine themselves. Like, damn, mm-hmm. that is the truth.
Yeah,
it's nothing but the truth. And as time develops, we're gonna see things get worse and worse. It's gonna be a lot. We're coming into times where a lot of people are gonna start coming to these camps. Yeah. A lot of people are gonna start. A lot of people are gonna start just fucking emptying their pockets out on the altar, man.
Yeah, family members, friends, blowing your phone up.
And not that we want that. Yeah. I just say as far as the money's sake, just but a lot of people are gonna really be in the spirit, like, man, what can we do to fuel and help this machine keep going, man? Yeah. What you were saying? So like, I just wanted to back that up. What you?
No, I was just saying, your family and people they'll start blowing you up. Like, what you were saying about that chip?
You know, I mean, I see it happening. I was like, bro, we've been saying it. You know,
That's it.
you got it.
As for faith, it shall flourish.
It says, and as for faith, it shall flourish, man. You know, and this is all happening in the latter days, man. Why is faith going to flourish? Because things are going to happen to where, or the scripture said what? Thy people shall be willing in the day of thy power, man. So when people start seeing, you know, these brothers start doing miracles and, you know, so on, when all this stuff happens, man, people will start going to believe, man. The book of Zechariah tells you what they're going to grab hold of him, that the skirt of him that is a Jew. You know, so these are the things that's going to happen, man, and we have to prepare for it.
And a lot of people are going to start to trust more in prayer. A lot of people are going to trust more into these herbs, rather than the medical system, which is going to tank this system. A lot of people are going to trust more in the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai than the power of the federal and state local governments, man.
That's right.
This is the transition, and this is the kingdom of heaven rising, you know, kind of like how the phoenix is coming up out of the ashes.
Yeah.
All right, because of the time where Esau basically, you know, trampled over the truth. You know, he gave us a false sentiment of the Bible, aka the slave Bible.
Yeah.
You know, that had certain passages, and he set up these sleeping zones, these churches, to keep us asleep. But a lot of people aren't going to TD Jakes for the truth.
Yeah.
A lot of people aren't going to with that Joel Osteen, you know, and all these different other false pastors for truth, because they're saying the same bullshit over. They've been saying the same shit for hundreds of years at this point, man.
Yeah.
Nobody don't care about that. These same individuals that've been saying, you know, praying over their congregation and you know, rebuking the Holy Ghost. That congregation dying left and right from the vid.
Yeah.
Or from the vid. Especially this new strain that's coming out. There's gonna be a lot more people in these congregations drop.
And they saying that that's affecting people who took that job more than people who did. Yeah.
So as for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome, and the truth, which have been so long without fruit, shall be declared.
Yeah.
And it's been a time where the truth was just going, you know, it was, well, I'll say this, the truth has always been here. The Holy Bible, you know, has always, you know, been around, but a lot of people couldn't break these prophecies down. All right. This is the time where the virgins are starting to wake up and getting the oil. You know, we're trading the oil. We're filling our lamps. So when this devil starts to ride in the night, we already got the light.
That's right.
We're going to know how to operate in the midst of the darkness. When Esau take these devices from us, when he cut them, when he cut the net, when he cut all these different devices off, and he cuts the food supply, he cuts off water supply, he cuts off access to your restaurants, your gyms like they're doing in New York, cutting off all your access points. We're not going to be tripping, man, because we know what the prophecy already told us, man. The Lord said that we're going to eat. We just have to trust in him in these latter times.
That's right.
All right, put all of our trust, not 10%, not 15%, put 100%. Don't all of our trust and all of our belief in Yahweh Shema Shai, and we're going to get a great return. You have something?
No, I ain't got nothing.
Okay, it was Acts 2:21.
Okay.
Because we're in some beautiful, beautiful times, man. We're seeing, like I said, left and right. A lot of people are starting to just wake up, and it's the youth. A lot of these youthful kids, man. A lot of these young kids. You talk to, you know, certain nieces and nephews, certain not all of them. You know, a lot of these kids bugged out, but some of these kids, you know, they're starting to realize a lot of stuff, man. They're waking up to stuff quicker and quicker.
Yeah.
Things aren't normal. They know it's not normal. In order to go to school, just imagine you walking around the school, all your classmates got face masks on, in these different cubicles and things of that nature. The government telling you this, the government telling you that. It's putting a lot of people in an uncomfortable position, man. Yeah. And what happens when you're in an uncomfortable position? You're gonna resist. You know, if somebody's, you know, constantly trying to sell you something, you know, forcing themselves, can I get it? You know, like, yo, back the fuck up, bro.
Yo, it's sketchy.
Yeah, like, you know, because a good product sell itself.
Yeah.
If the vaccine was that good, it would sell itself.
Right.
You know, people be like, oh shit, God damn.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I'm around people,
Yeah,
you know,
good
that's
point.
sick.
Yeah.
And this jab got me like Superman.
Yeah.
I could fucking look the virus face to face. I could be in front of somebody that got the virus face to face, and it's not touching me.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people aren't thinking of that. A lot of people are getting the jab, and they're more scared than they was when they get the jab, man.
And I brought up that point. I looked it up. It said over 60% of Americans got the jab.
Over 60%. I think it hit 70.
Oh, it hit 70. See, that was on a Sunday, so it didn't jumped up another a whole 10% in what 2-3 days, man. You know, that's it. So
Acts 2.
yeah, Acts. This is
17.
the book of Acts 2 chapter. It's like the book of Acts chapter 2 verse 17. And it shall come to pass in the last days, saith the Lord, I will pour out of my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, and your young men shall see visions, and your old men shall dream dreams. And on my servants and on my handmaidens I will pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy.
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna see a lot of vivid dreams, man. They're gonna go to sleep, you know, waking up like, damn, I feel like I just came from a movie.
Yeah.
You know, like step by step, like that one little Jake that did the video. He was going into how the government is gonna crack down, and how this jab is basically tied up to the MOB. He said all the movies, all these different things that you've watched, we're starting to see that they're starting to take place in real time. It's gonna be more people that's gonna get these different visions, man. That's the spirit, because we don't need to go to sleep and get dreams, deep dreams and things of that nature for the prophecy to be sealed.
We already believe anyway.
We believe.
Yeah.
We know what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
The Lord is gonna do some extra wiring. You know, He's gonna start tapping more into the heads of these unbelievers, like the Apostle Paul.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord had to really step to Apostle Paul's front door to really show, you know, He is.
That's right.
And He's gonna do this. Hey, because that's the spirit of the Lord. If you're of the elect, the 144,000 or the 1/3, the Lord's gonna make sure that you're woken up in these times, man.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's directly from a prophet coming to you with His word, you know, or indirectly, you know, of a family member telling you about certain prophecies or vision. You know, the dots are gonna connect, man.
Yeah, one way or another.
One way or another.
Yeah, that's right. And it says, and on my servants and on my handmaidens will I pour out in those days of my spirit, and they shall prophesy, and I will show wonders in heaven above and signs in the earth beneath.
Phenomenons. That's a topic for another time. Lord willing, we'll probably say that for another time, because things are going down, man.
Yeah, man, it's like so much.
It's so.
That's why we say that this is exciting times, man. You know, it's very, very, very exciting times, man. We can just watch, man. You know,
just a thing just came out with a lightning strike that killed 16 people.
Yeah.
You know, all kind of, man, just fucking weather frenzies. I just did a lesson on that the other night, man.
Yeah, what was it? Wildfires in Turkey.
Wildfires.
Man,
it's gonna
snowing in Brazil.
It's gonna keep heating up. You know, the Lord is about islanding it up slowly. Because if the Lord take it from 0 to 100, that can send a shock in the minds of the people, and a lot of people will get jacked up by that. The Lord's word is so pure and so potent. Potent. When you take something that's potent, you can't take it in large doses.
Yeah.
Try to get something that's potent, like some potent herbs, like oil of oregano, and you just shoot the whole shit back.
Yeah.
Man, they say that it'll burn. It will literally burn your esophagus. It'll burn your insides. You got to take little doses, and eventually your body gets acclimated. So the Lord knows how powerful His prophecies is to the common man and to the common woman. It speaks about the handmaid. He's gonna start dropping them little doses in the mind, and that's enough. Yeah. That's what the scriptures speak about: faith of a mustard seed. Yeah. That mustard seed, and there's gonna be certain unbelievers too.
Yeah. There's
gonna be a lot of unbelievers, certain individuals that actually scoffed at the camps.
Yeah.
that didn't believe. A lot of guys that was in Islam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hell, it might be certain guys that was actually pastors.
Yeah.
We don't know. You know, the Lord is about, the Lord is he's the master of really scenarios. That's it. So we're gonna see these things take place. The Lord did it with the Apostle Paul, prime example.
Yeah.
He was persecuting the churches.
Yeah, he was part of the Pharisees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Some more on that?
Yeah, kind of. I'm gonna just skip down to
I
can skip down to 21. And it says, and it should come to pass.
It was a little bit more on that.
Yeah, it was. I can read. I can start from where I left off.
What, 18?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
I was beginning of 19.
Okay.
And it says, and I will show wonders in heaven above and signs in the earth beneath, blood and fire and vapor of smoke.
Mm-hmm.
The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood.
And if you notice, I'm not sure what it looks like tonight, but it was like I believe though, like last week, the moon was literally red, man.
The moon was red as shit.
And it was huge.
It was huge.
You know, for numerous amounts of nights, man. You know, we was like, yo, man, go look at the moon, man. It's red. You know, me and the bishop was we had, went out of town, and we was on the beach and we seen it, man. The moon was like huge and red, like a dark red, man.
Yeah, it was enlarged, man. I was riding down the street, and I just looked at it, like, damn.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot more brothers notice it, but that's prophecy. It said it.
That's right.
And we're gonna see a lot more, whether it's blood moons, we got wolf moons, snow moons, so many different types of moons, and we've been seeing a lot of these moons take place. Eclipses, certain asteroids. A lot of scientists are starting to see that too. That is certain asteroids that's entering into our atmosphere.
Yeah.
Some of it's like passing by, but these things are dramatic situation that's going on to show that the Lord ain't, these things ain't coincidental. The Lord is moving, man. Our production is at an all-time high in the heavens. Production is at an all-time high on the earth.
That's right.
You got it.
It says, and the moon into blood before the great and notable day of the Lord come.
So this is what we're entering into, man. That great day, man. That's why we keep iterating what these are exciting times, man, because the Lord is about to come back, man. And it says, verse 21, and it shall come to pass that whosoever shall call on the name of the Lord shall be saved.
That's going to be that free access. The ones that call with the true belief in the name. And we know that name to be, through belief, Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, through the Holy Spirit by Hashem Rakakwadash.
That's right.
Calling upon that name will give us access to salvation.
Only for the Israelites, man.
Only for the Israelites. Not these heathens, these Moabites, Japhites, these other nations, our people.
Right.
The ones that had to dread this captivity. The ones that had to, drink the cup of sorrow. Eat the bread of affliction. All right. So, hopefully, brothers are edified. We just wanted to, go through this, we in these times. We're going to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory unto
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honor to the apostle, that was a great millstone. Shalom, Maki.
Shalom.